Good evening, everyone. I'm Principal Callanan here for Woburn Memorial High School. We're very excited to welcome everyone. The students will be walking in just a moment with Miss Berry, their advisor, as we take our seats up here on the stage. I just want to remind everyone that we are in a school and it is mandated that people wear masks. There are some out by the front door if you do not have one. I did tell the students as they come across the stage that they can remove their masks for photos for you, and then they'll put it back on the other side. And that is it. So we'll be getting started just as soon as all of our dignitaries arrive. Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see everybody. Need my readers, I'm getting old. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the induction ceremony of the Woburn Memorial High School chapter of the National Honor Society. I'm Jen Barry, the advisor. As we know all too well, COVID restrictions have presented many challenges for everyone in this world. Many events were canceled, school had to be reinvented, Google Meets and masks became the norm.
As for the National Honor Society, we were unable to hold a traditional induction ceremony for the class of 2021, unfortunately, but here we are now, finally holding a live ceremony and allowing these fabulous students the opportunity they all deserve to be honored as some of the best in scholarship, leadership, character, and service that Woburn Memorial High School has to offer. Despite the challenges we have all had to face over the past 2 years, I'm proud to say that these students before you have persevered. They, as well as the previous inductees from the class of 2021, definitely deserve a round of applause. So the process of applying for the National Honor Society is not an easy one. There have been changes. So to be considered, students must have and maintain a GPA of at least a 3.5, have a minimum of 25 service hours from the beginning of their freshman year, display or hold at least one position of leadership, and attain 2 character references. Finally, they must write an essay explaining how they illustrate the 4 pillars of National Honor Society: scholarship, service, character, and leadership. After applications are submitted, 5 volunteer faculty council members meet to review each application, about 80 of them this year, to finalize decisions. As a result of these applications, a new membership is established, along with 4 new National Honor Society officers, who I would like to introduce. But before I introduce our officers and begin the ceremony, I would like to take a minute to introduce some people sitting up here on stage. First, our principal, Mrs. Callanan. Mayor Scott Galvin. Superintendent Dr. Crowley. And school committee chairperson, excuse me, Miss Ellen Crowley. There are also some school committee members in the audience, and some will help to pass out roses once the students receive their certificates. So Ms. Colleen Cormier, Mr. Mike Morenin, Ms. Pat Chisholm, Mr. Chris Kissel. Thank you all for coming and celebrating these amazing students with us. Now I would like to introduce our newly elected officers. Oh, I'm sorry. And I would like to also take a second to say thank you to our other school officials who are here, as well as our assistant principals who helped to line up our kids. Thank you all. And now I would like to introduce our newly elected officers, which were chosen by the membership this fall. It was a vote. Our president and tonight's mistress of ceremonies, Sahana Dar. Vice President, Miriam Alessandroni. Secretary, Massimo Di Girolamo. Said it wrong. And Treasurer, Carly D'Angora. At this time, I would like to invite our Mistress of Ceremonies and President Sahana to the podium.
Good evening to all, and thank you for joining us in our celebration tonight. Before we begin the ceremony, some of our esteemed guests would like to say a few words, beginning with School Committee Chairperson, Miss Ellen Crowley, to the podium.
Hi, and good evening. Thank you so much for the high school administration for inviting the school committee. We are so happy to be here. I see my colleagues in the front row eagerly awaiting to celebrate this wonderful occasion for these outstanding students that have achieved induction into the National Honor Society tonight. To the inductees in this ceremony, I mean, you guys are just amazing. Life handed you so many obstacles and challenges, and you leaped right over them. And I'm not just talking about COVID-19, but the academic challenges of high school in general and all the complexities of your world today. So you have shown that you are just remarkable and impressive in your service to others, and in your academic achievement. So be proud of yourself. But most importantly, keep reaching for the stars. And the Woburn School Committee is here. We have your back. We will support you. We are so proud of you, and I can't wait to see you on the stage. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Crowley. Additionally, Superintendent Dr. Crowley would like to speak to the inductees. Dr. Crowley.
So I say this before I begin. I know it's Woburn, but Ms. Crowley and I are not related. I know a lot of people make that. Good evening. And as you heard, so I'm Matt Crowley, again, no relation to Ellen Crowley. And I'm the incredibly proud superintendent of the Woburn Public Schools. I've always been proud to serve in the city of Woburn, but especially so since March of 2020, when COVID first became a reality for all of us. It's impacted all of us and continues to impact all of us. But the city, and through its collective efforts of so many people, has made this an opportunity to come together, and that happens so naturally in the city. And I'm so grateful to serve in a city that does that instinctively. So thank you to the city and the community of Woburn. I'm going to say thank you quite a bit tonight. And before I do that, I want to thank somebody specifically and embarrass them. This ordinarily happens the first day of school. But I want to thank Jen Barry, who's the advisor to the National Honor Society, who's been serving in the Woburn Public Schools for 25 years. And as a token of our appreciation, I have a small gift to present to Ms. Barry. As I said, I'd like to express gratitude to many people. I want to thank all the parents, guardians, and family members who are here tonight. And isn't it awesome we're here live? Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting your child, and thank you for allowing us to educate your children. I want to thank all the teachers and staff in the Woburn Public Schools, not just at Woburn Memorial High School, but throughout our system. Coming in tonight, I saw Ms. Bakari. Ms. Young is here, who taught 4th grade at the Goodyear. There are teachers that have impacted you throughout your academic careers, and guidance counselors, social workers, bus drivers. There's a team of people that are around you, students, and are always here for you, and I want to thank them for allowing you to be here tonight. I'd also like to thank the school committee in its entirety. I'd like to thank the city council members, Mayor Galvin, for their support. They make an investment in the school system, and I want to thank you for your investment that allows the students to get here tonight. I'd like to thank Ms. Callanan and her amazing team here at the high school, Mr. Martin, Mr. McGuire, Ms. Patrici, who are here tonight, and so many others that have allowed the students to get here tonight. So thank you. I'd like to thank my assistant superintendents who are here tonight, who do things in the background, again, on behalf of students. Dr. Baldessari, Ms. Courtney Young, and Mr. Alcanada, thank you for what you do for the students of the city of Woburn. Last but not least, I want to thank the students. Congratulations, you made it. There's 75 of you here tonight, and I'm so grateful to serve as the superintendent in this amazing city. I know that the pillars of the National Honor Society are scholarship, service, character, and leadership. And certainly you've met that, as described by Ms. Barry. However, and I actually don't have this power, but I wish I did, I'd like to add a 5th pillar tonight and light the candle of perseverance, because that's exactly what the students did. Not only through COVID, as Ms. Crowley and Ms. Barry indicated, but throughout all of your academic careers to get you to this point. It's not easy. I'm a dad of 3 kids. My youngest is a senior in high school. So parents, I get it. It's not, this is the night where you celebrate, but I know it's not easy to get your students to this point. And so to the students, thank you. You've done everything right so far. You are the best and the brightest. You are the reason why we wake up to do this work. I have so much confidence in you that our world is going to be a better place. And I want you to think about coming back to the Woburn Public Schools and be the next Jen Barry. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Crowley. Finally, our last guest speaker, Mayor Galvin, would like to add a few words. Mayor Galvin.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. And as the prior speaker said, it's really great to be here, to be live. I've been here to every one of the National Honor Society inductees since 2010. And unfortunately, as we all know, we missed last year, but it's great to be back here live. We've got so many excellent students in Woburn High School, but the 75 of you who are here tonight do something extra special. And you show it you're not only here, but it's not a surprise. We see you involved in different activities, whether it's the arts, music, sports, and you excel in everything you do. So we're proud of you. Keep up the great work. Parents, you've done a great job raising your children, and they're going to be the future leaders of our country, our city, and our state. So congratulations, well done. And Ms. Barry runs a very, very tight ship, so I'm going to sit down right now. Thanks.
Thank you, Mayor Galvin, and to the rest of our esteemed guests, both on stage and in the audience. The National Honor Society was built upon 4 pillars: character, service, leadership, and scholarship. The other officers and I have been asked to prepare a speech about each ideal. I chose to speak about character. In order for everyone on the stage to be inducted, we had to go through a long application process. One of the steps involved getting a form to be signed by 2 of our teachers, assuring the Decisions Council that we were good people. Many of you might have barely glimpsed at the form or understood how highly those teachers were speaking of you. Those teachers were saying that you display good character, which is something that everyone being inducted today should pride themselves on the most. Character can be a difficult concept because people often underestimate how simple it is to achieve it. A person of good character doesn't have to be super smart, or super skilled, or super popular. You must simply be trustworthy, respectful, responsible, fair, caring, and display good citizenship. Those are the traits that truly define an individual. All the decisions that we make in our daily lives reflect our morals and the character we project. We've all had to choose between the easy way or the hard way being the honest choice, the responsible choice, the choice that might require you to work harder and give up a little more. You've all made that choice and have proven time and time again that you all possess incredible character through both your persistence and consideration for others. Those GPAs mean you chose to work hard and persevere through late-night study sessions and learning from failed tests. Those hours of community service came from your choice to be a caring and kind citizen and devote your free time to giving back. And in the end, this induction ceremony is made up of people who are going to leave high school and become future leaders of the world, because good leaders contain all the best character traits. Being both fair and hardworking, as well as responsible and respectful individual. Ultimately, character helps build every other pillar for the National Honor Society besides just its own. We are all being inducted today for the way you've continuously held yourself to these high standards and displayed some of the greatest character traits that a person can have. You should be incredibly proud of who you are and feel so lucky to be surrounded by so many of these individuals in our school. I hope that we all continue to maintain our character and continue to be the best people we can be after stepping off the stage. And with that, I will light the candle of character. Next, I would like to invite our Vice President, Miriam Alessandroni, to the podium to speak about service.
Hello and good evening, National Honor Society members and guests. Tonight I have the privilege of speaking about the pillar of service. Being a member of the National Honor Society not only means maintaining a high academic standing, but also someone who voluntarily contributes to their school and community with courteous and enthusiastic spirit. Too often, especially as a senior, I hear conversations along the lines of, what community service will look good on applications, or what am I going to do to fill my hour requirements? Many may view service as an inconvenience or another redundant part of school requirements. However, they fail to consider what the true value of service brings to not only themselves but communities as a whole, especially in a time where unity and connection are desperately needed. Service to the public is an integral part of society, and the mental and emotional benefits are endless. Mentally, you have the ability to change your perspective of the world and create a deeper appreciation for things in your life. Emotionally, you build relationships and compassion and experiences you can't get anywhere else. You gain perspective. Marginalized communities and individuals are looked upon differently from the absent volunteers rather than from an outsider. Through this perspective, you have the ability to educate and share this learned perspective with others, generating an increasingly active and unified world. Service is often taken for granted by the general public. We all notice discrepancies in society, yet many hardly ever act on them. Without volunteering, there would be a significant lack of integrity and virtue in places that need it most. The most minuscule act of service has the potential to create a remarkable change. And with that, I will light the candle of service.
Thank you, Miriam. At this time, I would like to invite our secretary, Massimo Di Girolamo, to speak about scholarship.
Greetings and good evening once again, esteemed attendants. I am so grateful to stand before all of you tonight as Secretary of the National Honor Society. Tonight I have the pleasure of speaking about the pillar of scholarship. To start off, I want to clarify the definition of scholarship. The word scholarship is more commonly used to regard money gifted to support a student's education. That definition is so common that even I was not aware that scholarship had a second meaning until I applied to the National Honor Society. I guess one could say that I have gone from the unscholared to the scholarly when it comes to the topic of scholarship. In any case, the scholarship I will be discussing tonight is defined as academic study or achievement. Yet don't let this definition trick you. To have scholarship is not to simply be smart. I already knew my ABCs before kindergarten, and during the second grade I was working on multiplication and division before anyone else in my class. Well, you could have called me smart at the time. You could in no way, shape, or form have considered me to be someone who possessed scholarship. Similar to how just attending a class does not get a student an A on their report card, just being smart does not guarantee that one will possess scholarship. There are many more components to the trait than just smarts. Scholarship is one's passion for learning. Students who possess scholarship are always seeking for more knowledge and challenging themselves. They are the students who take honors and advanced placement classes, seeking to go further in depth about a subject that interests them. They are the students who always have their hands up in class, always ready to answer and ask questions to their teacher. Scholarship is all about possessing this type of passion and enthusiasm for learning. Additionally, scholarship is one's effort in learning. Students who possess scholarship are always trying their hardest to gain more knowledge. They're the students who study day and night for upcoming tests. They're the students who can acknowledge when they are struggling and stay after school for extra help. Scholarship is all about possessing this type of dedication towards learning. We scholars know how difficult school can be, yet we still challenge and try to do our best in the most hard of classes. To outsiders, this may seem masochistic. However, to those who possess scholarship, this challenge is simply a part of our daily lives. Overall, scholarship is about loving to learn. This type of scholarship may not possess the monetary value that the more well-known definition of scholarship does. However, it is arguably even more important for a human being to possess. People who have scholarship bring so much to the table, and not just in the classroom. The passion and work ethic that scholars bring to all aspects of their life is unmatched. Before I wrap things up, I would like to take a moment to express my gratitude to all the wonderful teachers here at Woburn Memorial High School. They are truly some of the most kind and inspirational people I know, and have offered me, as well as many other students, much support with both matters in and out of the classroom. I know that I would not have the scholarship that I possess, and even more be the person I am today without them. I will now light the candle of scholarship.
Thank you, Massimo. And finally, our treasurer, Carly Dangora, will speak to us about leadership.
Good evening, everyone. First, I would like to thank everyone for taking the time out of their day to come to this event. I also want to thank Ms. Berry for organizing such an amazing night. And lastly, but certainly not least, I want to congratulate all of my fellow NHS inductees. All of your hard work and determination throughout your high school years has not gone unnoticed. Tonight, I've been asked to speak about leadership. If you were to go up to someone and ask them, what does being a leader mean to you? Oftentimes, they say things like they are brave, hardworking, and they inspire others. Although these are all very true, I feel as though a leader is so much more than that. I feel like a leader is someone who pushes others to be the best they can possibly be, even past their own preconceived limits. Throughout my life, I've played many sports and been on many different sports teams with different coaches, teammates, and captains. All of this has been followed by nothing but endless support from my friends and family. Playing sports is something great, yet something that manages to take a toll on you. At times you feel great and you're on top of the world. You're playing so great, winning every game, and you feel so proud of yourself. But then there are also times where things get difficult and nothing really seems to be going your way. This circumstance is when you need a good leader to dig you out of the hole it feels like you're trapped in. Luckily, in my life, I've been surrounded by amazing captains and teammates that make this deep, dreadful hole so much easier to deal with. One specific leader that stands out in my life would be one of my past captains and now one of my best friends, Ashlyn Pacheco. Ashlyn was my captain for both my soccer and basketball seasons my sophomore year, and her impact on my life has been much more than one would expect. My sophomore year, I was a starting point guard for our varsity basketball team, and needless to say, I was nervous. I was young, and for me to have such an important role was something so scary to me, since the last thing I wanted to do was let my team down. Before each and every game, my nerves would overcome me, and I would freak out while simultaneously getting all caught up in my head. Quickly after the first few games of the season, Ashlyn had noticed that my nerves and pre-game jitters were affecting me. And then she asked me why I was always so worried. I explained to her that I was afraid of messing up and letting all the people around me down. Something that she told me in this instance would be something that I still carry with me, not just in sports, but in life as well. What she said was, everyone around you knows you can do it. The only person that doesn't is you. You need to believe in yourself. These two sentences still have an enormous impact on the person I am today. From that day on, Ashlyn helped me realize how much potential I have and how much love and support I have from the people that surround me. Later that season, I ended up being a Middlesex League All-Star, and our team became the #1 seed of the MIAA state tournament for Division I North. If you were to tell me all of this at the very beginning of the season, I would have thought you were crazy. I would have never dreamt of achieving all of this, and I give all of this credit to Ashlyn. Without her guidance and support, I genuinely did not believe that any of these accomplishments would be possible. Ashlyn brought out a part of me that I didn't even know existed, and I can't thank her enough for that. Not only did she help me grow as an athlete, but she helped me grow as a person as well. And I feel like that is what a true leader is. Somebody who makes you feel important, valued, and wants nothing but the best for you. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you all strive to be a great leader to somebody else like Ashlyn was to me, because her impact on my life will be something that I carry around with me forever. I hope you all strive to spread nothing but encouragement, positivity, and guidance. And with that, I will now light the candle of leadership.
Thank you, Carly, Massimo, Miriam, and Sahana. You all did a fabulous job. It's not easy getting up here to speak in front of people. So when the National Honor Society was founded, the National Council authorized and approved an official emblem which is depicted on your programs. It is a keystone and flaming torch. The keystone bears at its base CSLS, which stand for the 4 cardinal principles of the organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. It was written that the keystone is placed by the builder to hold the perfect arch in perpetual stability. So the structure of our education must be held firm and true by the virtues represented in this symbol. The torch symbolizes the searching light of truth so that others may follow its light. It keeps burning in our school a lofty ambition for the enduring values of life. The official colors of the National Honor Society are gold and blue, and the Society's motto is Noblesse Oblige, which signifies that those of high rank have the obligation to behave honorably, responsibly, and generously to others. Will the inductees please rise and repeat after me? I pledge to continue my pursuit of scholarship in continuous search of that which is true and good. Furthermore, I pledge to hold as fundamental and worthy an untarnished character, and to maintain a commitment to leadership and service to others for the primary purpose of improving the quality of life for all. Thank you. You may be seated. So the inductees will now come forward to receive their certificates of membership. Please hold your applause to the end, and I apologize in advance for any butchering of names I may do, no matter how many times I practice them. It's a different story when you get up here and start saying them. Sahana Dar. Miriam Alessandroni. Massimo Di Girolamo. Carly Dangora. Sarah Abreu. They're coming this way. Yeah. Brenda Acevedo. Haley Barshad. Lola Barragan. Shifa Villamaria. Claire Bruin. Tiffany Bryant. Ethan Burlingame. Emma Chisulo. Brianna Ciavardoni. Aiden Charisse. Olivia Coakley. Meadow Camaro. William Camaro. Derek Dabrio. Casey Dangora. Deanna Dukas. Persis Engineer. Jessica Finn. Yes. Olivia Forrester. Faith Frondudo. Kiara Gabriel. Alexandria Gately. Joseph Gattuso. Michelle Graham. Nehal Garg. Sarah Gubnitsky. Olivia Harkins. Ruby Harris. Bridget Johnson. Samantha Jolly. Drew Keenan. Layla Kidda. Vasiliki Lambrukos. Jordan Lazaki. Abigail Lowry, who unfortunately is not with us tonight. She has an EMT course. Tayet Manna. Christina McCabe. Jack McCumsky. Omar Muhyiddin. Oh. Kylie Jaberti. I am sorry. Live TV, everyone. Evan Nett, Justin Nicholas, I'm sorry, honey. Samantha Nimzik. Abby O'Brien, Caroline O'Brien, Megan O'Brien, Damian Oliveira, Lauren Ouellette, Shiv Patel, Nubia Pereira, Daniel Petro, Maria Luciana Pineros, Bradley Pinto, Ainsley Robinson, Caleb Sawicki, Prasi Shahi, Michael Sheriff, Peter Skaffis, Cora Soderquist, Amanda Spaladoro, Iana Samagunze, Tyler Sullivan, Michelle Sumner, Jenna Taylor, Sarah Temple, Yasmin Tigiart, Rachel Tremonte, Nadine Tran, Sarah Turner, and Paris Valverde. I did it. Did I do it? I didn't mean to go that fast. I'm sorry, everybody. In the moment, I get caught up. Oh boy, and I lost my place. Okay, congratulations to the members of the National Honor Society. What an awesome accomplishment. So in closing, I ask that all members continue to strive for excellence in all that you do. Continue to learn when your formal education terminates. Continue to volunteer to assist those in need. Continue to be recognized by the strength of your character. Continue to lead. To your families, I extend a heartfelt gratitude for sharing your children with us and for supporting them through life. Parenting is no easy job. To Mr. Noah Thomas, up in the booth of the Woburn Memorial High School Fine Arts Department, thank you, and to the Woburn Public Media Center for both live streaming and recording this so those can watch at home. I appreciate it. Thank you to Mrs. Ann Fitzgerald, who put together these programs, because I am technologically inept sometimes. To the custodial staff for all of their help with setup, to Hillside Floors for the beautiful flowers and the roses that the kids got. And thank you again to all of our esteemed guests for coming. I appreciate you being here, as do the students. We're having a little informal celebration in the senior caf that you may come and have some sweets and some water if you would like to, and some picture opportunities as well. I will leave this up on the stage. If anybody wants to take some photos up on the stage, that's perfectly fine. So after the processional, feel free to head to the senior caf. Once again, congratulations to each member of the Woburn Memorial High School chapter of the National Honor Society. You should all be very proud. And the recessional will conclude this ceremony. Mr. Thomas.